Okay, for the exercise on the HSB2 data, I have already imported it into SAS. The exercise was to generate the mean for variables read, write, math, science, social studies across all the statistical platforms that we are covering. The solution set is in the central tendency.sas data work file. So here the options that I'm going to use is proc means data equal to work.hsb2. You can put in the dataset name which you've imported it as. Since I only want the means to be generated for specific variables and not for the full data set, I have included the var option, and the arguments that I've passed are the variable names. Do not pass the label names, the actual variable names. And if I run this particular piece of code, I press F3 after selecting the code, I get the results. So for all of these variables, I get the number of observations in the data set, the mean of the variables down to the significant digits, standard deviation, the minimum and the maximum value in that particular variable. Moving on to Statistica, right? I have the data set again imported over here. As mentioned in the previous lecture, I will go to the statistics option over here, select basic statistics, select descriptive statistics over here, right? I will select the variables. I only want read till social science. I can either highlight the variables, or in the select option I can punch in 7-11. It will automatically select the variables over there. Press OK, right? I will generate the summary statistics over here, and this will give me the mean for all the variables that I want. And if I want, I can actually copy this info text box and paste it into an Excel if I want to save this analysis somewhere, right? Moving on to SPSS. Before I do that, I'll just show you if I paste it out, how does it look like. Oops, I didn't get it out. So here it goes, copy with headers, and there it is. So I can save my results, or I can save the Statistica workbook itself using the save as option. Moving on to SPSS, I have the same data set over here. Go to analyze, descriptive statistics, select descriptives over here, right? Again, I'm only going to select the variables that I want. I see social studies has been imported as a nominal variable. So even if I let it be, I still select the option over here. Options, I go and select, I only want the mean. Right? I'm going to let social studies be in there. I'll see what we'll get. And we get the mean irrespective. So even though social studies is a scale nominal variable, right, it did generate the appropriate result, right? And moving on to rattle, right, I have the data set already imported. I do not want the 70-30 or 70-15 partition. I only want the descriptive stats to be specified for read, write, math, science, social studies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select ignore against all the other variables, right? Only have read, write, math, science and social studies as the input. I select execute option, which sets the data set. I go to explore again. I click on summary. I want the summary statistics. I don't want the other ones, right? So it got more options like describe, uh, the lowest, highest, the basics, which will give you the quartiles, etc. So I'm only going to go select the summary option, press execute, right? And here we have for read, write, math, science, social studies. I have the min, the max, the quartile, etc. But more importantly, I have the mean over here, and you can see the median for each of the variables as well. But we'll only concentrate on the mean for now. So there you have it. This exercise, I hope all of you were able to execute this on your own across all the systems. As a bonus exercise, please refer to the YouTube video which talks about descriptive statistics using the data analysis tool pack. I leave that to you. In our next lecture now, we will start covering the other options, how to generate mode and median on SAS, and then the other tools as well. As you can see, it's only going to be click through, and it's very simple.